أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل.
Translation: I seek refuge with Allah, God, from Satan, the rejected. I begin in the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Sufficient for us is Allah, God, and an excellent guardian is He. The Holy Quran, chapter 3, verse 174. That is a prayer done in tough situation. My dear viewers, peace be upon you all. That is, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Dr. KJ speaking. Today's topic is the Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. In the previous video, there was a poem in which the aim of celebrating Eid al-Adha was explained. The Prophet Abraham is the patriarch of three main religions, namely Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. In the book Genesis, God told him to take his father, Terah, and go to Canaan. The Holy Quran refers him as the friend of God, Allah. 4,000 years ago, he came from Egypt to Arabia. He was commanded by Allah, God, to leave his wife, Hagar, and son Ishmael in a desolate place where now Makkah stands. His wife Hagar asked him not to worry, as God would provide for them. One day, the Prophet Ishmael was crying. His mother ran between two hills, Safa and Marwa, in search of water. She was praying to God Allah all the time. Finally, she heard a voice, God has heard your prayer. And she ran back to his son. A spring of water was coming out from under his feet. The father and uncle of Prophet Abraham were idol worshippers, and they used to make idols. Once his uncle asked him to look after his shop. He disliked the idols. One day, a 70-year-old man came to buy an idol. He pointed out to him, won't you be ashamed to bow down in front of an one-day made idol? Realizing this truth, the old man left the idol and went away. Allah, God, appointed him to abolish idolatry. He constantly taught his people against it, but they did not obey, as they wanted to follow the deeds of their fathers and forefathers. One day, he destroyed all the idols except for the biggest one. When the people asked him who did it, he replied, ask the biggest idol. They hung down their heads, saying, you know, he cannot speak. Then why do you pray at something which cannot profit you, nor harm you? Instead, God, Allah. Burn him, they said. So they put him in the fire, but Allah, God, saved him by cooling down the fire. There was a storm with rain. The Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, often went to meet his wife Hagar and son, the Prophet Ismail. One day he saw in a vision that he was slaughtering his son for the sake of Allah. So when the child grew up, he told him, "Oh, my son, I have seen in a vision that I must sacrifice you for the sake of Allah. So what do you think about it?" The son replied, "Oh, my father, do as you are commanded. You will find me, if Allah God wills, of the steadfast." Just as the Prophet Abraham was about to perform the sacrifice, Allah, God, intervened, saying, "Oh, Abraham, you have fulfilled the vision. Now you will be rewarded." And Allah, God, sent a ram to be sacrificed instead of the Prophet Ismail. This great sacrifice is remembered every year by all Muslims. Henceforth, they celebrate Eid al-Adha. To be continued. Thank you.